Right. There it is. Just getting everything set up. Give people a minute or two. 3 or 4. That's it. Hey, Miss Beanie, welcome in. Good to see you. Couple of questions. Can you hear the music? Food time. Can you hear me for that matter? Uh-oh. We may have more problems than I know. Are they talking? Can't hear you. Oh boy. Can't hear me. Active, active. That says it works. How about now? Oh boy. Don't understand. I can hear myself. Hmm. Shit. lost the mic. Oh, there it is. Definitely not. That's all working. Desktop and mic. There's music. Okay, so you can hear the music. Perks to being a bit deaf. I usually can't hear crap anyway. I don't understand. Just don't understand why I can't get this crap straight. I can hear you a little if my volume's up full. Check your audio input. All right. That's wide open. I don't understand. Filters. Noise suppression. All right. I'm bumping things up a little bit. All right. How about now? Input gain coming up. 20. Whoa, that's loud. Bring my volume down a little bit. Blow my head off. Anything there? Why does it sound so good in my headphones, but it's not going out correctly? I don't understand. Any better? Test one, test one. Hear you. That's good. I hear Nothing now. Great. Okay, how about now? So is it a good volume level? Is it a bad volume level? No, I can't even hear myself. It'll work. Awesome. And the music, you can still hear the music or no music? All right, let's see if we can get that fixed right quick. Maybe, maybe not. Not sure why that stopped working, but okay. Excuse me. Sometimes I have to re-add my mic or speakers. Copy that. Well, we had it working. What happened? I don't understand. Well, guess as long as y'all can hear me, we'll worry about that later. So, get the other camera up and running. Maybe. Where the heck? There it is. An interesting day so far. Trying to figure out if I was going to stream this first part or not. Basically cooking some French toast for my wife before she goes to work. So, now, got this camera up. Let's just see if it works. Let's see. Connect. Hey, we have the stove. Woohoo, French toast. All right, so to start out with, got to make a little simple syrup because we're going to do a dried fig syrup to go on this. Dried fig and vanilla. So into the pot, go with a cup of water, cup of sugar, throw the heat to it, and let that come up to a good simmer while I'm cutting the figs. These are dried figs. Tried to find fresh, just wasn't happening. So we're going to pull the stems out. That's what they are. They kind of look like used tea bags. Yeah, they kind of do, don't they? They're still good flavor. These are sun dried, so there should be a lot of good flavor in there. Once my son gets in here, I'll have to see if he can get the music back up and play. That way, it's not quite so deadly quiet. But these little dudes are delicious. Figured why not do something with them besides just eat them. So French toast came into mind, and the rest was history. I like that some of them are a little darker than others. Get some good flavor going. Might have to go straight back to Streamlabs and ditch the OBS. Had things working pretty good with just straight Streamlabs. Then I wanted to use some of the features that are on OBS, but it's not really working for me. It's causing more headaches than anything else. Don't need any more headaches in life. I want this to be enjoyable and fun. And I forgot to turn off notifications because I'm a moron. There we go. There we go. As far as the simple syrup is concerned, you can use any berry that you like. In this, use strawberries, blueberries, blackberries, craisins, cranberries, sorry. Any of them will work. It can be fresh or it can be dehydrated. The dehydrated just takes a little bit longer to infuse because they've got to plump back up and release all their flavors. Whereas the fresh is already plump and ready to go. Cat, just leave that alone. Just don't touch it. And then right at the end of this, once they simmer for a while, the sugar gets all melted and the flavors get all good and incorporated, we'll be throwing in some vanilla extract just to give it that little extra punch. All right, so 10 dehydrated figs into the bin. Probably should have switched cameras while I was cutting the figs, huh? Maybe something to watch. Don't have anybody in here with me. I'm by myself, so it's going to be a little jank for a minute. Wash the fig juices and guts off their knife. Then I'm going to switch over to cutting board. I think touchscreen work. And I'm using a brioche loaf that we got on Friday because whenever you make French bread, you want your bread to be at least a day old, have a little body on it. Hey, buddy, can you get the music working? It was working and then it stopped. He's asleep, so we're going to see how he works under pressure while he's still asleep. So a good buttery brioche. Oh my gosh. Tasty. So at first they couldn't hear me or the music. Then all of a sudden they could hear me and the music. And then the music went out. So we're going to do these about 3/4 of an inch thick. Roughly. And I would cut more, but I got to get this done for her so she can have it before she has to leave. She's in the shower right now washing her hair, so I should be able to get this cooked before she gets done with that. So from there, we're going to need 4 eggs. Little dudes right there. Don't roll away. Now a 1/4 cup of milk. No, it's not. I need a bowl. Mixing bowl, one of them that doesn't go clean, preferably. That one right there. Gonna need a little bit of flour. Quarter cup of milk. Too much. Doesn't have to be dead on, but it's got to be pretty close. Otherwise, the bread will get too mushy. Won't crisp up like it's supposed to. I don't hear no music, but again, yeah, the music's not playing. I don't hear the music. As long as you can hear me, we'll suffice with that. Gonna get a little bit of flour. Get a measuring spoon. We already get a measuring spoon. Tablespoon. Tablespoon of that. And then the camera's fixing to go for a ride. Gotta get the cinnamon. Oh, it's not even in there. It's in the other cabinet. Most of the time I put all this stuff together ahead of time, but this morning I could just take it nice and easy and grab the stuff as I need it type of a deal. Cinnamon, oh, that's cinnamon sticks. I don't need cinnamon sticks. Oh, there's the cinnamon. And there's the nutmeg. Cinnamon and nutmeg. All right, so we got 4 eggs, we got a 1/4 cup of milk, we got flour, we got cinnamon, we got salt, we got vanilla extract, and the nutmeg. Beautiful. So in with our eggs. Paper towel. Sorry. And this is going to be the soaking for the bread. The recipe makes 6 slices, so there's going to be plenty of this left over. Probably need to make sure that this actually fits. Yep, it fits. So 1 egg, 2 eggs, 3 eggs, 4. Beautiful. Village I got here. And we'll go in with our 1/4 cup of milk. Honestly, I'm not trying to make a lot of noise, I promise. And throw in 2 tablespoons of flour. And the flour is just to give a little bit of body. I'm not trying to make a, what's it called? I can't think right now. Still trying to get woke. This gives a little body to the, I'm not trying to make a batter. That's what I meant to say. I'm just trying to give the liquid a little bit of extra body, and then the flour will coat the outside of the bread. We'll get a little bit of extra crispies on the outside of the French toast, which is not a bad thing. And then we've got cinnamon. You need a half a teaspoon of cinnamon. You're going to have nutmeg. No music. Huh? Oh, it's an ad? Oh, okay. Thank you. Let me know when they're back, please. Man, that all smells so good. Tasty, tasty. A little bit of pinch of salt in there. Whisk. Needs a whisk. Got the whisk and we beat everything up. Hardest part is getting the cinnamon and the nutmeg to actually separate from each other because they want to hold hands. Yep. You want the headphones? Because I can't hear anything anyway. I can't hear myself. I can't hear the music. Nothing. Nada. So, the flour is simmering slowly, working its way out. Now the fun part. Oop, figs, just to show you. Pardon? I hear some music. Sweet. So there's the figs, what they're doing. They come up to the boil, and then I just reduced it to a simmer. And we're just going to let that cook down, let the water evaporate out of it. It'll make a syrup. And it'll be fig flavored. You can already see it's getting taken on a darker color. We just need it to thicken up, which it will do as it reduces. So for the French toast, we're going to take a plate. Really wish that flour would break up a little bit more, but can you switch back over to cutting board, please? Just trying to get that flour to break up a little bit more. Good enough. Then we're going to take the French toast or the bread. We're going to dunk it like that. And it's already starting to try to fall apart. So I'm just going to set it right there for right now. And take this other bad boy. Swoosh it around in there. Give it a flip them over. And take it out. Thank you. All right, so I can hear myself. I can hear the music. Thank you, son. Can you open the refrigerator, please? I hear some music, is what Herbie says. We're just going to set the rest of that egg mixture in the refrigerator. And if we have time, we'll have some French toast for us later this afternoon, maybe. And when I say us, I don't mean you guys watching. I mean my son and I. So. All right. So that literally just sits off to the side. It's ready to go. As soon as it soaks up most of that milk and egg. I guess it's almost like a little bit of a custard. If you were to cook it, yeah, maybe not. That's being too advantageous. Next, on the side, we're going to do a little bit of a mascarpone cream cheese blend, just to give it something a little extra. So what I've got in here is 4 ounces of regular cream cheese and 4 ounces of mascarpone, something like that. It's a little sweet, whereas the American cream cheese is got a little bit of a sour note to it. So we're going to mix these together with some other stuff. I've had it sit now for about an hour or so, but it's still going to be fun to try to mix together. So Kat, you would have to skip on this part right here.
Cream cheese?
Do what, babe?
Cream cheese.
Cream cheese. Regular cream cheese, yeah. I think is an American product. I'm sure it's been around in other countries as well, but then what we're going to put in there. Oops. Just a little bit of lemon zest. Just to give it a little extra flavor. And where's mine? There it is. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 1 more. 5. Some fresh mint straight off of a little mint bush that's behind me. Check this up right quick. A little stir. We don't want the fruit to stick to the bottom. I don't think it's going to. So with the figs. So for the basil, did I say mint earlier? I meant to say basil. Basil. I'm going to roll this up real fine. Yes. Come across it, because those are going to be long ribbons. Probably still have some longer pieces and shorter pieces. into the cream cheese. Cream cheese is mascarpone. I can't say it. Mascarpone is an Italian cream cheese. I think I already said that. But anyways, say it again. Grab our zester. And zest some lemon peel in here. Probably about half a lemon, maybe. We might add a little more after we taste it. I just kind of made this recipe up on a Thursday or Friday. Thinking half would be about enough, but we'll see. We have more if we need it. How about that? Scrape this down. Get that good stuff in there. Not the easiest to mix, I tell you. Probably should warm it up. Well, if nothing else, it's going to look good. Green and yellow and white. Pop. Sorry about that. Can't tell. It's really thick. Here.
Digging treats.
Pardon? Digging. How are you? Welcome in. We probably came in at about the right time. Things are starting to flow a little better than at the beginning. Had technical difficulties, as we do every week, it seems. But I appreciate you coming in. So what we got here is cream cheese with some, what's that stuff? Basil and lemon zest. The cream cheese is a mix of regular cream cheese and Italian mascarpone cheese. Cream cheese. M-A-S-C-A-R-P-O-N-E. Mascarpone. Something like that. It's good. They should call it Italian good cheese. This is going to go on the side, just as a little accompaniment for the French toast. Which camera's for me, bud? Then over here is the simple syrup infused with dehydrated figs. So it's a fig syrup. Fig and vanilla. It's going to have vanilla in it right there at the end. It's slowly starting to thicken. It takes about 20 minutes or so. Can't go too fast because you can burn it. Don't want to do that. Burned sugar is bad. It's looking good though. And in this pan will be our French toast, which is right here, soaking up all that eggy, spicy goodness.
It's a wife?
It's a wife. Give me a minute. I'll catch it. Let's see, what did I say? Nope, I'm not going to catch it. I missed it, Cat. Throwing fastballs. It's too early in the morning for fastballs. All right, taster spoon. We're going to taste our cheese mixture with our basil and our lemon zest right there. Diggins in chat. Whoa, that's right. Your wife on Divergence. Mmm. Mmm. See what you think. A little bit of basil, a little bit of lemon. The taste of the cheese comes through. I think that'll work.
Like,
Think more lemon flavor or no? Don't want to drown out the cheese flavor. A little more lemon. Basil's good. All right, so we're gonna go with a little more lemon zest. Flip over camera. A couple of different ways you can zest a lemon or an orange or anything. You do it upside down like this. And all the zest gets caught in the little tray. You can do it the way I did it the first time, upside down over the top of your pan, so your zest falls straight into whatever it is you're adding it to. So we're going to end up with the zest of a whole lemon. I'll have to adjust my recipe. Great thing about cooking, you taste as you go. So you get your recipe in front of you so you can make annotations to it for any additions you make. Seems like common sense, I guess. I don't know. Set the lemon off to the side, zester back into the center. Give this a whip up. Smash around, I should say. It's kind of thick to try to whip it. Oh, there we go. It's making that slapping sound. Pause.
just left the whole mixture.
Yeah, he pretty. Yeah. The mic's right there if you want to put it on. All right, a little extra lemon. I wonder if a little dash of salt might help brighten it up a little bit too. So, what we got is that.
I really hope that wasn't too loud.
Here's another little taster. Get the extra lemon in it.
Late, heading off to bed, says Diggin' Truth.
No worries. Thanks, Diggin'. Have a good evening. Sleep well. Then, Diggin's in Australia, maybe? Oh. So that's that.
Very good.
I think it's pretty tasty. I think it'll give us a little bit of contrast with the sweetness from the French toast and the fig syrup. That was my thoughts, anyways.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Here, you want to clean that up?
I'm good.
Okay, I'll clean it up.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, so next, let's see, we've got the mascarpone, we've got the simple syrup working, we got the French toast absorbing. All right, switch over to stove. Back to our syrup again. simmering nicely. But not quite the thickness that I want yet. Get the fig seeds off of here. That's what's got all the flavor in it. Give this a little taste. Ooh, ooh, that's nice. That's really nice.
Figgy.
That's a good thing. If you would have said peachy, I'd be like, oh, hold up. Peachy would be bad trying to make a fig syrup. So moving forward, for lunch today, we're going to be making red beans and rice with a piece of blackened chicken to go over the top of it. And then on the side is going to be some crispy Brussels sprouts with leeks mixed into it. It's not quite going to be like a casserole, no. It's going to be fried in a skillet, shallow fry, crisp up one side, flip it over, crisp up the other side, type of a deal. It's really a whole lot of Southern cooking today. Speaking of that, I need to get the red beans on because they take a long time to cook. It's going to be a long stream today for sure. Flour anymore.
You had bots.
Had what?
Bots.
Bots?
In the stream.
Yeah, a couple times.
Come in and advertise on third-party website.
Yeah. Hadn't had any. I don't think we've had one since we started doing this.
Yeah.
But you had one and you ain't streamed in forever.
Yeah. I know.
Okay. So we're going to move the syrup back here on this one. Because I got to bring the pot in and set it where this is because I got to get these beans on. Actually, I got to get started on lunch. So beans is just part of it. Let's go over here with a spoon in it. Yep. Flip over this. Whoa, that's going to be soft. Soft. I just tried to pick the French toast up with my hand. That was a bad idea. Use a spatula. Oh, this is going to be interesting. Okay.
You get it?
Yep. I just want to flip them over. That way the egg gets more evenly distributed inside the bread. And if you use brioche, it is a very soft bread. You have to be careful with it. Otherwise, you end up with bread pudding, so to speak. It would be a good bread pudding, don't get me wrong, but still.
Yeah.
Bread pudding nonetheless.
Not what we were going for.
Right. Not what you're looking for, that's for sure. All right, next we're going to work on a homemade Cajun seasoning. I'll set the recipe right there if anybody wants to eyeball it. Can you zoom in? No, you can't even zoom in, can you? But if you pause the video and zoom in, you'll be able to see it. Here we go. Is that within the screen? I can't.
Yeah.
The last ingredient down there is cayenne. That's where the heat comes from. So you adjust that to your own particular taste. Cajun seasoning. This blend is rather in your face. So just so you know. Get a little mixing bowl. A big mixing bowl just in case. It's got the ting 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 thing on it, so we'll have to take that down.
Take it.
Ticket.
Take it.
Oh.
Maybe it's really if you do it really loud.
Not too bad. No, it's not as bad as it used to be. Oh my. Alright, so I need the salts
Just salt.
and paprika. Salt, paprika. Get in here, get the garlic powder. And the onion powder. Garlic powder. Onion powder. Oregano. 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 Thyme. Ground white pepper. Ground white pepper and cayenne. Where's the cayenne? Oh, it's in here. Cayenne. Coriander.
Is the music too loud?
I can't hear you, buddy. Chili.
Anyone in chat if you can hear it.
There it is.
It's too loud, I'll turn it down.
You have to speak up now. I can't hear you.
Oh, just ask a question.
Well, I understand that, but I can't hear
Well,
you.
it's not to you.
Oh. Talking to yourself again.
Oh, talking to the stream. Asking about audio levels.
Tablespoon, teaspoon, let's see. Tablespoon, teaspoon. Yeah, I don't know if you'll get to see the finished product on the stream as far as lunch is concerned. Because this takes quite a while to cook. You got to give it time for everything to come together. So we got 2 tablespoons of salt. I need that other tablespoon, that small flat one. My husband can hear music a little.
Okay.
Thank you. Right. Let's see, smoked paprika is 2 tablespoons.
All right, turn that up a little bit. That's better.
2 tablespoons and 1 teaspoon of smoked paprika. One tablespoon plus 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. There's a teaspoon. There's a tablespoon. 1 tablespoon of onion powder. Chunky boys. Onion powder. 1 tablespoon of dried oregano or oregano. 1 tablespoon of thyme.
Was French toast actually French?
Mm.
Or is it the same thing with like French fries?
Yeah, it could be. I don't know. It's got a little bit of technique involved with it, so I don't know. Never thought about it. Be a good Google search for somebody, I guess. And then 1 tablespoon of ground white pepper. Full jar. I'm gonna have to do this in halves. Half tablespoon. Half tablespoon. And then 1.5 teaspoons of cayenne pepper. And there we go. Look. So you throw it all in a bowl, mix it all well together, and you have Cajun seasoning.
It's very delicious.
Yeah, boy. It can be used for, we're going to use it to blacken the chicken today. It's going to be in the red beans and rice. So it has a multitude of uses. Or you can just use it for whatever.
You just eat it like this?
If you want to see how strong you are, just throw a spoon of that in your mouth and see how fast you wish you hadn't done that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it seemed like a good idea.
Tried it. I almost threw it up.
Like this. Get my little baby whisk. Well, it's not the baby whisk. This is the baby whisk. This is like, the big sister to the baby whisk, I guess. Salt out the way.
Gonna be right back.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna be right back.
Look at it. Oh, syrup's coming along nice. Switch back over right quick. Syrup's right here starting to thicken up just a little bit. Looking good. Don't want it too thick. You want it to be able to soak into the bread. You could use this for pancakes as well, or a scone or a biscuit. Delicious. We'll turn our heat on the big skillet where we're going to be cooking the bread. Just mixing up the Cajun seasoning. Nothing exciting happening. Sometimes onion powder or garlic powder will get clumps in it, so just take your spoon, mash it. Of course, I could put this in the mortar and pestle, couldn't I? Yeah, let's do that. Got all these tools, I might as well use them. Mortar and pestle. It's one of those things you don't use very often, but whenever you need it, nothing can substitute. Teeny tiny whisk. Yep. My wife loves using that little teeny tiny whisk. Being vertically challenged as you are, you probably can appreciate smaller utensils that fit your hand better. Right. There we go. All the clumps and lumps are gone. Kind of crush down the thyme and the oregano a little bit. Beautiful. Back into the bowl. And if I drop that on that bowl, After that, I'm laughing at myself. I didn't clean the whole kitchen. Dump that out. Rinse off the mortar and pestle. Don't want to saturate a mortar and pestle too much. It's kind of like a cast iron skillet. You don't wash it with soap. You just wipe it out, rinse it out, wipe it out, and then periodically fill it up with oil and let it sit so it keeps the stone or marble or whatever it's made out of nice and lubricated, and so it doesn't dry out and crack on you. Set that to the side. Cayenne can get put up as well as the sugar. It's coming up to temperature. Flip back up here. But the other part of the red beans and rice with blackened chicken on it is going to be a tequila lime sauce. It's going to get drizzled over the top. Red beans and rice it's got enough moisture in it, but I think the little extra kick of some tequila lime sauce, you can't go wrong with a tequila lime sauce. It's just fun to say. Tequila lime sauce. All right, put the cinnamon and nutmeg away. And vanilla. Gotta put a teaspoon of vanilla in the syrup. So we're gonna cut the heat off on the syrup. Take it off the heat. Right over here. And we're gonna put a teaspoon of vanilla extract in there. Oh, vanilla extract smells so good. We're going to stir it around. Our syrup is finished. I wish I could smell this. Vanilla, figs. It's just, gosh, it smells good. So if you're able to have this, it can actually be done in about a half an hour or so. I kind of had to drag it out because I'm waiting on the missus to come partake of her breakfast because this is for her. In our pan, we're going to drop some butter. Maybe this is what makes it French. All the butter you have to use to fry it in. Could be. Stay. Sit, Ubu, sit. That was posh British butter. I want to say the butter is. It is. It's Kerrygold. It's Irish. From them Irish cows. They're in the lands drinking whiskey. Not the good whiskey. Not the good Scottish whiskey. They have to drink that Irish whiskey. Makes for a good butter though. All right, very, very carefully. In you go. One there. One there. Cook, boys. Hey, babe. He has arrived, y'all. You smell what? You smell food? Pulled you right out of the shower and brought you in here, didn't it? That's tasty, isn't it? And then got to give her a little taster before she can get into it. The basil and the lemon. That's good, isn't it? All right, so now we just crisp up the bread real good. Just a regular plate. Is that okay? We don't have to get all fancy with this one. Here, I'll just wash this plate off. Keep my dishes to a minimum. So you ain't got to leave for another hour, so we're good, right? Okay. Yeah, Dylan asked me if it was French toast was really French. I said, I don't know. Then I put all that butter in the pan. I was like, maybe it is. I like putting cinnamon on my French toast. Yeah, don't tell Maze. He's a bit Irish. Oh. Yeah, in the cinnamon toast is, there's, in the mix is cinnamon. French toast. In the mix, there's cinnamon, little dash of nutmeg as well. That didn't seem all right. What was that? Am I burning something? That's off. I don't know. It's a really good loaf of bread. Should make some really good French toast. Did she make it to work okay? Did she make it to work? Oh, is it? How about that? Look at that. It would make more sense if they did road work at night. With less traffic. Alright, don't need to know anymore. Boom, boom. Crispy. Crispy. So with cream cheese, it's gonna be a little dollop on the side. Get you a little scoop of it and put it on your French toast. Go from there. See if I can make a little cannelle, make it look all fancy. How about that? Give it a flip. Butter over it a little bit. Couple of turns back and forth just to make sure you get it good and crispy. And cooked through. You don't want soggy centered French toast. A little bit dough is okay. But if it's still wet, that's a problem. Yes, I might. You can take it away. You need it. There we go. Good dark brown color on there. There we go. There we go. Now we're talking French toast. Cut that off. This over here, just so we can plate it up a little bit. This over here. Grab a fork. Excuse me. Switch over there. French toast. French toast. Need a spoon. Bring over the syrup. Get a spoonful of the French syrup with a lot of them figs in it. A little bit of syrup just to kind of drizzle around. How about that? How about them French toast? Now I'm going to run out of room to put stuff. And then, sorry, got something caught in my throat. A little cannelle of mascarpone cream cheese with lemon and basil. Beautiful. Ta-da! Then pass it off to the bride. She grabs it and runs like a Mad Hatter. Whoa, sorry, put that back in there. Don't want to have an echo. Okay, now I have to figure out how to change the title of the stream. Midstream. Never done that before. Think you can figure that out, Bob? Change the title of the stream. So how is it, babe? Delicious. Delicious? Is it too sweet? No. My thought was the mascarpone and the cream cheese with the mint and the lemon would kind of help balance it.
What's the whole?
Red beans and rice with there you go. With blackened chicken and tequila lime sauce. All right, so give us just a momentary to move some things around. Red beans and rice, blackened chicken, tequila lime sauce! Exclamation points! Love exclamation points! Boom! Look at that! Change this title of the stream midstream. Music's not playing. Probably make some extra. I might have some French toast. I might have breakfast for dinner this afternoon.
Why not? Oh,
Is it really good? You like that, huh? There you go, guys. Gentlemen, how to make your woman say, wow.
French toast.
Get a container in here quick. Trying not to clink and clank, but really hard with dishes. But I'm gonna get this stuff put up and out of the way so we ain't gonna worry about it. Just There'll be enough to clean up later. And the lid on the is not in here. Here, now we got music back going again. Need another small container, please, sir. I think you might get that one, just to be safe. All right, so our fig and vanilla syrup gonna go in here for the refrigerator. And then on the other side, we've got the cream cheese mixture. It's gonna go in a small container and go in the refrigerator. For future consumption. She's still saying, wow, guys, I must have nailed this one. So there's that. I'm not going to put the lid tight on it because I want the cold air to be able to get in there and circulate. She's actually going to give me a taste. Oh my God. This guy knows how to cook. You know what I'm saying? Oh my gosh, that's good. It's pretty dang tasty, man.
It's very good.
All right, and then we've got. That was really good. You know, sometimes whenever you are working on a recipe, you can taste it in your head, but you're not sure it's really going to come out that way. And then you have this, where it comes out better than what you had in your head. That doesn't happen very often, but when it does, it's really nice. Oh, where's the, what do I do it? Looks good. Gotta remember to change this half lemon to a whole lemon before I forget. Half lemon of oh. Making corrections on the fly, that's how we do it. Put that spoon right there in case I need it for later. This out of here. Into the container. Grab that pot off the table, then bring it over. Put that in the sink. Throw the lid on this. Really good. Didn't get any pictures. Stupid, stupid, stupid. Yeah, we can get over there. Alright, so don't need this anymore. Now I'm putting up the red beans and rice recipe. And the tequila. This is the red beans and rice recipe. It's a full sheet. Hey, there we go. And then the tequila lime cream sauce. Okay. I need to get taped to the cabinet in front of my face. sick. We gotta go to the emergency room. Ooh. And picking up a little piece of tape. Let me get the bacon out of the fridge first. Bacon. Get off our pot. Throw the heat back to our pot. Take our bacon. You grab a pack of that sausage.
Sausage?
Sausage, yeah.
Yeah, sausage.
Yeah. I think you got sausage right there.
Oh, okay.
How much is in each? What's the total weight? Flip it over in front again.
12 grams of protein.
Okay. It's 2.25 pounds, so I'm on 2 packs. Actually 1.5, so. Alright, there's our smoked sausage. What makes everything better?
Bacon.
Right. So we got bacon, we got sausage, we got peppers, we got onions, celery, just all kinds of goodness going in this thing. And if it doesn't have enough protein in it, we're going to top it off with some blackened chicken. So in goes our sausage, bacon. Rinse my hands off. Not sure why, because I'm fixing to handle this sausage. All right, after this, can you get me 2 onions, please? I know I only need a pound of this, which is 1.5 packs, but yeah, we're gonna put 2 packs in it. This is basically gonna be my soup of the week as well.
I got 3 because they're kind of small.
Set them over here again, bud, to my left.
To the left, to the left.
Yeah, that's fine. Oh, they are kind of small, aren't they? Better grab one more, please.
Everything you own in a box to do it.
It's a little baby. It's almost like a shallot. All right, cook, bacon, cook. Okay, green pepper. Dig and lurk, thank you. We're going to cut the sausage on a bias. Gives it more surface area. Then it's going to go in after the bacon. She clean that plate. Stick it underneath there. Can you switch cameras for me, bud? Cutting the sausage on a bias, which means just at an angle. What it does, it gives you more surface area on the inside of the sausage. So whenever you cook it, it browns up that part right there, gets a little more fat out of it, makes it taste good. I would use an andouille sausage, but they don't have an andouille in this brand, and we really like it. We know that it's good. Maybe we need to call them and make a suggestion. So this is a smoked chicken sausage, which is really good. We've used it before. This is gonna be good.
He's not cooking the chicken into the red beans.
I think I just got my finger.
Did you get your finger?
No. Oh, it's beef. Okay, these are beef, smoked beef sausages. I'm sorry.
Oh. I thought you were talking about the chicken.
I thought they were like the ones that we got last week or the week before. It was chicken. So I'm just all wrong. The one that we had a couple weeks back was beef as well. Oh crap! I'm getting old.
Wow.
That's a lot of sausage.
It's gonna be good though.
It's gonna be delicious. Quick down. So as you can tell, it's kind of a one-pot wonder type deal. Everything's going to be cooked in here. I'll strain off the fat from the bacon, leave a little bit in there. What's that? The bacon bits? Or the whole thing? Oh, yeah. That definitely turned out very tasty. I should be able to go back and clip out French toast, make a clip, and then, right? Can't you? You can make clips after a live, I think.
Yes, you go to the VOD.
Mm.
I'll be right back. You still hear me? Not that I
That
can
is
hear
something I
you.
can do is make a clip after this on the VOD, right? Off of the VOD. Or I could just make you a moderator and you could
Oh.
probably help me with that. Some technical challenge. All right, that's looking good. Take the glasses off. It's about empty.
I'm back.
The boy got coffee. Smells like bacon. Yeah, it does.
Yeah. Greasy spoon.
Greasy?
Bacon fat.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna need the bell peppers and celery as well, please.
Oh, there's a red onion in here.
The red onion is for the whiskey sauce, or the tequila sauce.
Tequila.
We'll need it later. We'll get this going and then I'll work on the sauce and the chicken.
So bell peppers and where's the guy?
I didn't catch that. Celery, green peppers. I'll need the parsley, but just not right now. But if you want to take it out, you can. Music is brought to you by, let's see, we started out with Mr. Momo on YouTube, and now we're on the 8-Bit Big Band.
Hearing a bit of an echo.
That might have been because we were so close to each other and your mic was picking me up as well as my mic picking me up.
Could be.
Check the bacon. Beautiful. Let that cook. We started on some onions. So onions, celery, and green peppers is they call it the holy trinity of Cajun cooking. In France, theirs is celery, onions, and carrots. And since Creole or Cajun food is French beginnings, and then it was modified to take on the flavorings of the surrounding area, bell peppers came into play versus carrots. And it really truly fits the food better. So but if you're not into spicy food, not necessarily the cuisine for you. Doesn't have to be spicy, it can be toned down and still be very flavorful, but Cajun cooking is part of it is about the heat. And it's not the type of heat that just burns you slam up.
It's a good
Too worried about trying to keep your mouth cooled off and you're not really enjoying what you're eating. It's not like that. Again, it can be.
Gotta find a balance.
I've had it that way, but I much prefer what we're doing here, which is you'll be able to taste all these different flavors as well as have that little bit of heat in the back. Makes it enjoyable. Okay, onions ready to be sliced. Cheese. Back to the bacon. I get what we could do is once we get this going, is end the stream and then come back in a couple of hours and start the stream back up. And it's got to simmer for 2.5 hours or so.
We could do that.
And then come back and do the finished product. And then go play Oblivion.
You gotta watch something, or yeah.
Do what?
So you gotta watch something, or yeah. What was it?
Better what?
So either that or watch something.
Oh. In other words, you don't want to play Oblivion.
Hmm?
But in other words, you don't want to play Oblivion.
Yeah.
I'll play Elden Ring. I ain't played Elden Ring in a while. Or Bloodborne.
Yeah.
See, you're smashing on my happy place. Why are you doing that? You're smashing.
I don't want to, but if you want to, go ahead.
But you know I can't play it without you in there helping me.
Okay. Sure. We'll play Oblivion.
Or we can just watch MasterChef.
You can watch MasterChef and play Oblivion.
We can watch MasterChef and I'll play Minecraft on the other PS4.
Ow. Let's just play Oblivion.
So once we get the bacon crispy, don't want it like super crisp, just cooked with a little bit of crunch on it. Then we're going to drain off the bacon fat, throw in the sausage, brown it up real good. Then off to the vegetables, sauteing the vegetables. Trying to escape. Escape. Rinse off my green onion.
Rock hard bacon.
Yeah. Got my celery.
First it said Rick hard bacon,
Bit hard.
and then you corrected it to rock.
Autocorrect, right?
Sometimes it's helpful, other times it's not at all.
Right.
I find a lot of times it's not.
Correct. Yeah, a lot of times it's just in the way and you got to go back and retype it anyways.
Yeah, so I usually just turn it off.
Yeah. So celery, I'm just going to chop off the bottom. Rinse the stalks. This can go in my bag for broth. Order it. Then it goes in the bag that I'm going to make my next batch of chicken stock with. It's on the stove, isn't it? See, I'm over here showing y'all pictures that you can't see because the camera's on the stove and not the cutting board.
Sorry.
It's okay. All right, the bacon is brown. Can you hand me that colander, that big one? There you go. So we're going to strain the bacon off right over there on the corner of the cutting board. Make sure it's all loosened up. Beautiful. Check these out. Keep a little bit of bacon drippings in there for the sausage. I poured too much out. I'm going to have to add some back in. Come here, little piece of bacon. So, add a little bit of bacon grease back into the pan so we can brown up the sausage. There's the bacon. Good job, bud. Set that off to the side. And in the pan goes the sausage. You can do this in batches, so you can, if you wanted to, and take each individual piece and flip it over and make it get browned on all sides.
The microphone on my phone was on.
Is it?
It was. Turn it off.
Oh, that's where the echo was coming from then.
I muted it.
Good. Oh, wow. Smell that. Stick your head in there. It's served. So while the sausage is cooking, you do a pretty good sized chop on these onions. Good. Again, this has got to simmer for so long, having big, you know, you want them relatively the same size, but in this particular case, as long as they're close, you're good. And you don't have to be exact. But as you can tell, this is going to be a good hearty dish. It is that. It is very good. My son's been talking about it since we decided we were going to do it. Big sausage whirl. Put the camera over there and let them peek down in there. Rinse off the celery. I like the fact that the celery is rather small, so I don't have to cross cut it. I'll just be able to cut it one time. Be able to slice down through it.
Sausage looks so good.
I like that. You what, buddy?
Sausage looks so good.
Doesn't it? No, good. Yeah. Just browning it up. Getting a little sear on there. A little color. Color is flavor.
I wish the whole family was here.
You wish who?
I wish the whole family was here.
Yeah, we're gonna have that here. I know you don't like spending time with me alone. That's okay.
That's not true.
You know, instead of straining the sausage off, I might just throw the vegetables in there with it.
That'd be a good idea.
We'll see. Alright, so celery. Let's switch him. Nice and small. If they're too big, I'd have to split them down the middle. But this is a good size. The leaves, I'm leaving the leaves in there. I'm just going to mince the leaves up with it as I go. They do add more flavor and they are edible. So I've used them in past dishes before. Good stuff. Crisp. Hear that crunch. There's not going to be a lot of seasoning going on until towards the end on this dish. The sausage has got salt in it. The bacon has got salt in it. So I don't want to add salt to it. I'll add the Cajun seasoning that we made so it can incorporate as it simmers. But as far as any extra salt is concerned, I'll wait till the end on that just to make sure that I don't over season it. That means I would have wasted all these products. I really don't want to do that. In order to fix it, I'd have to water it down. Just don't want to. So this is one of those few instances in cooking where you don't season hard as you go. Yeah, because it's a long cook and the items that are in it contain quite a bit of salt. So there's our celery. Oh, got some escapees over here. Stir the sausage. Oh, now we're getting some color. Boy, this is gonna be freaking delicious. Yeah, I think I will strain it. I'll do it the proper way. All right, now for our green pepper. Or even some extra flavor if you wanted to. You could roast these and get a little extra flavor in there, but not necessary. Green pepper. Cut around your seed pod. And comes right out.
Cat says I like doing stuffed bell peppers occasionally.
She said, "What? I like doing stuffed peppers too." Yeah. What meat do you use to stuff them with, Cat? I don't know your husband's name, but please don't say his name. All right, take the bottom out of the pepper. Let's give it a slice. Usually mint the chicken. Nice. And do you make a tomato sauce to go over the top, some sort of a tomato base, or do you do something different? There. That's the heart. That's good stuff.
Can you still hear the music? Can you hear the music? Ben?
Yeah, you can still play.
I prefer barbecue.
Barbecue? Oh, nice. Do you use rice or breadcrumbs? Sorry for all the questions, but got to interact. Just a lot of different variables out there with stuffed peppers, so I'm curious. Of course, if it's breadcrumbs, is it a panko breadcrumb, Italian breadcrumb? You have your own thing that you do? I have to know. Inquiry minds want to know. Back to the sausage. Give it a stir. Thank you, babe. Rice with red lentils and peas. Oh, nice. Yeah, I never thought about that. Lentils would be really good in stuff like that. Thanks, Jack. I'll have to remember that. About time to drain them, you think? Yeah, I've always found the hardest part about doing stuffed peppers is finding peppers with a good flat bottom on them. Thank you, buddy. All right, so the sausages. And the other one to put into. Give me a big spoon, please. Wait a minute, I got one over here. Sorry, bud. I just remembered. I already has ones. I'm just gonna scoop the sausage. You flip camera. I'll scoop the sausages out of here. I'm gonna leave the broth from the sausages or the juice. Is mainly water in there. And we're gonna saute our vegetables next. Oh, you imagine this with some cabbage or sauerkraut, hot dog bun.
Yeah.
Bleh. And some spicy whole grain mustard.
Mm-hmm.
Bleh. See all them bits in the bottom? We'll be getting them up here in a minute and after a while. So in those are veggies. You get 6 cloves of garlic. Here you go, bud. See if you can find some good big fat ones in there. What's really interesting, I have yet to show you the red beans. Since this is red beans and rice, you kind of have to have red beans. But they're coming up on us. It's crawled up your nose, my guy. I don't want to give him an eviction notice. Pop him in the microwave for 1 second. Yeah, that's right. He is allergic to sausage. We have to eat all that sausage. You switch cameras. Push it up. Switch cameras. Push it up. Just enough to get your arm in there. Alright, so that's all of our veg. Minus some garlic. Thaw out for just a second. I know you can't see it right now because we got the camera switched over, but just the liquid that's coming out of these vegetables is starting to pull the little bits and bobs off the bottom already. Thank you. Tasty bits. Got our garlics. Make sure I've got the peels. Beautiful. Okay. So with the garlic, I'm just going to smash it out and put a choppy on it. So, minced garlic in the pot. All right. Get that, the ham. Need both packs of that. Very good. Now we got some Applewood smoked ham that's going in there. Big old thick cut piece of ham. We're gonna dice it up. Whoops. My knife is about ready to be sharpened again. Yeah, definitely. There we go. So some Applewood smoked bacon. A little more smoky flavor. And we're just going to cut this into strips and then dice it up. It's already cured, so that's why I'm not going to worry about browning it off or anything. Just nice little chunks of ham. Let's throw it in here with the sausage. And put the bacon in here with the sausage. And this is something else. If you wanted to, you could cut up chicken. We're just putting it on the top. But you can cut up chicken and add it to it. Make it even more meaty.
Italian sausage would be good?
It could. It's got some of the same flavors in it. The andouille sausage it's the quintessential sausage that goes in this particular dish.
Oh, those are ham steaks.
Yeah. Now they're ham cubes.
Yeah. I thought it was packet of sliced ham.
Oh, yeah. You know, actually I did too. So I pulled it out. I'm like, nope, that's a slab of ham right there. All right, so now I'm going to need oregano, thyme, black pepper, the white, open the cabinet. I'm going to need the parsley and the green onion, oregano, and thyme, black pepper, the green onion, and parsley. So we're going to throw a little bit of seasoning in here. Like I said, the only thing we're not putting in early is salt. We don't want to wait on that. I know it's going to need it. I could probably add some at the beginning just to get it going, but salt permeates the entire pot pretty quickly. So I don't need my taster to tell me it needs more salt. I already know that it's going to need it. So there's it. Yeah. Right? No, not the cilantro. The other one. Cilantro is for the whiskey, not whiskey, tequila green sauce. So that's some green onions. Some people call them scallions. Cut the, yeah, that's the bottom. Cut the roots off of these because I want to keep the whites as well. Then we'll rinse these off. There's our green onion. So I'm going to go ahead and throw the seasoning in there. I need 2 teaspoons of oregano. Oregano. 2 teaspoons, just kind of sprinkled over the top. Sorry. What do we got next? Thyme. 1 teaspoon of thyme. Delicious. One teaspoon of thyme.
Does this song have vocals?
Yeah, it does. Did you say vocals?
Yeah.
Yeah, it does have vocals. And then a 1/2 teaspoon of, come here, black pepper.
Okay.
And then we're going to put 2 tablespoons of the Creole seasoning or the Cajun seasoning in here.
The first like 3 or 4 songs of that album had vocals. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
That's 1 tablespoon.
I'm still holding the parsley.
2 tablespoons. And put these up for me. Thank you. And then
Extreme Elden Ring later.
cream Elden Ring, yeah.
Later on, maybe.
Then we have 3 bay leaves. 1. About time for me to go trim some more. 2, 3. Since they're busted up, I'm just going to do that right there.
Didn't Herbie give us bay leaves one time?
He did. Gave us a bunch of that bag, and then they bought that little bay leaf tree for us. I thought was so sweet. Because I use a lot of bay leaves between the soup and stuff like this. It's a lot. It adds a good flavor, so that's why we use them.
It's crazy that saffron is worth more than gold. Is it per pound?
Saffron, yeah. Saffron's stupid expensive. But you gotta look at the process that they go through to get that stuff. I mean, it's hand-picked. It can't be done by a machine. And each flower only has 3 stamens in it. So that's why whenever we see that saffron at Marshall's, we buy it.
Yeah.
See, this is our little, this is our little saffron bottle. Got a little saffron in there. This is, I ain't got my glasses on. What was that right there? 1 gram?
1 gram.
Point what?
0.03.
Point-
0.03.
Yeah, 0.03 ounces down in there. So, and it was $8. So, yeah, whenever we see that, we buy it. I need to find one more, so whenever we make our paella, which I've been wanting to make for years, just never have bucked up and done it. So, flip back over to the pot. We're going to start throwing everything back in here. I've got to chop up the green onion and the parsley, which can go in after we get everything chucked back in here. We'll pull out, three or four jars of stock, please. Finally, here's the red beans. Started soaking these yesterday morning. It's a dry bean, so they had time to rehydrate a little bit. Bye, babe. Have a good day. You see this over here behind me, babe. Back into the pot goes our bacon, our ham, and then down here at the bottom is the sausage that we browned off earlier. Make too much noise. Put that in sink.
Homemade chicken stock.
Yeah, homemade chicken broth. I made that I think it was last week. Probably gonna have to make some more next week, maybe. Just depends. Green onion, got our parsley. Pull this out, set it over here. All right, now we're gonna need this thing. I need my spatula. We're gonna mix that all in. And as far as the rice goes, we talked about doing white rice, but we just bought a 10-pound bag of brown rice, so we're gonna brown rice it on this one. White rice is the traditional, but brown rice works as well. Oh, the smells, man. Oh my gosh. That's ridiculous. Redonkulous. Switch. Oh, you're already on the pot. Never mind. Back in there. All right, so got our beans, got our bacon, got our sausage, onions, green peppers, celery, garlic, ham, oregano, thyme, black pepper. I got the green onions right here that are going to go in a minute. Got the bay leaves in there, Cajun seasonings in there. All right, so going in with the beans. Fingers. Sorry, I just smashed my fingers. Is there one of these already open, bud?
Yeah. Just a little bit left there. We just pour it in there.
Oh yeah, just pour that one. Got a little tiny partial jar, so might as well use it. You're gonna do the randomizer.
Do the what now?
So you're gonna do randomizer on
Maybe.
Elden Ring.
Sometime later, yeah. Maybe. I don't know.
All right, so in here goes 10 cups of broth. I'm not gonna count that he just poured in there because that was maybe a quarter of a cup.
A little bit more, maybe.
You think?
Yeah.
Whoa. So this has got the fat from the chicken. I think that's what that is, yeah. So there's 4 cups. Flip back over.
Cat's here.
Cat. Oh,
No, not Cat Beanie. Our cat.
she's talking for some reason. She's usually a pretty quiet cat.
Hey, kitty.
Here you go. Cat. Cat and feet.
Boo.
Trigger warning. Feet. Feet. There's 8 cups of broth.
Cat Beanie says boo.
Does what?
Boo.
Boom. Look at that. Just 10 cups.
My brethren.
All right, so there's 10 cups of broth. Go ahead and bump the heat up on it, bud.
8 or high?
Yeah, 8's fine. Parsley flying everywhere, folks. Yes, baby.
Kitty.
Oh boy, she's in a loving mood. Feet beware, she will knock you down. Rub it on your feet.
And then she'll look at a reflection of herself and get angry.
Correct. Does do that. I need a small dish for the parsley. I'm only going to use about half of this right now. A little bit bigger.
Bigger?
Not much, just. So half of this parsley is going to go in now, and then half is going to go in right at the end and get stirred in. Like I said, the end is going to be a couple hours away because this does have to simmer for quite some time. It's just a matter of giving the ingredients the time to talk to each other and be, oh, Raven, please don't. Sorry.
She's biting his ankles.
You know, she just stretched up my leg and then dug her claws in and returned to the floor. Alright, so the parsley. Like I said, we're going to put half of it in now, half of it later.
Now she's smashing her face up against the
This can go in here.
fridge. You crazy.
Yeah, she'll see her reflection in one of the, either the fridge or the front end of the stove, the reflection in the stainless, and hiss at it and run away.
Yeah.
Because there's another cat in the house.
Yeah.
She's one of those solo cat, house cat. We had other cats since she's been around that have all gone away, all passed away, I should say.
Yeah.
And she's outlived them all, so I don't think she killed them, but who knows? She tolerated them, I guess would be the best way to say it.
Yeah.
So with this, fixing to get the green onions.
God, Raven.
Man, she is loving all over your legs, isn't she?
We have 2, Ghost and Spirit, and they keep trying to escape the new house.
New surroundings, new smells.
Yeah, we had our cat run off the porch a few years back. She was gone for hours, and then we went to go. I went to go into the kitchen, and then saw something on the back porch and turned on the light, and she was there.
She decided she didn't like that outdoor living,
Yeah.
especially when the sun went down and the critters started coming out.
Yeah.
The green onions, I got 6 green onions. I'm dicing up 3 of them to go in now. And I'll dice up the other 3, put them with the parsley to go in at the end. And they go in at the end, just it's a textural thing. They'll stay a little bit a little crunchy.
Hi, kitty.
Here, buddy. Saw you rolling off back there. Well, not on my watch, son. Everything gets in the pot around here. Oh, I bet you she'd like some of her tea. That could be a show we could put on right quick. Nothing.
Ghost went missing for a whole day once. Found her trapped under the decking.
Oh no. So there's the other gray green onion. Stuff them in this little bowl. That way I can just grab that and dump it in there at the end. I'm going to go back to the soup and we'll give it a stir. I am going to give it a little bit of a taste to see if I need to add some more of the Cajun seasoning to it. Which I may or may not. I just don't know. I don't know. Dunno. In it. Well. Stir, stir, stir.
PLJ95 has resubscribed tier 1 for 2 months.
Oh, Peter. Thank you so much, my guy.
Thanks for the resub. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Looks good? Yes.
Red beans and rice.
Red beans and rice.
And sausage and bacon and onion and pepper and celery. And some spicy seasoning. And give it a little bit of a, give the broth a taste test. See where we're at. Peter, you need to go back to the beginning of the stream and see the French toast that I made for my wife before she went to work today. It turned out better than my recipe that I wrote. Which doesn't happen often, but when it does, it's a wonderful thing. Okay. Got a good heat, got a good flavor. It needs salt, but like I said, I don't want to add salt until the end of the cook. See how much salt it pulls out of the bacon and the sausage. Maybe a little more Cajun seasoning?
Yeah.
Just a touch. I can feel the heat in the back of my throat. It's just not quite there. There's that. Now we're just going to bring that up to the boil, and then we're going to reduce to simmer, throw the lid on it, and forget about it for a couple of hours. That, I think, ladies and gents, is going to be it for now, and then we'll come back later after all you all probably have gone to bed and do the blackened chicken and the tequila lime cream sauce that's going to go over the top, as well as the leeks and Brussels sprouts. So I could work on that stuff now, I guess, get it all ready. Yeah, we'll keep it going. Get the Brussels sprouts and the leeks out. Why not? crap, how many did she hit? Wow. Okay, boys. These are some monster leaks. 1 leak, 2 leak,
Where's the Brussels sprouts?
3 leaks. I don't know. Are they in the bottom?
Mm-mm.
I guess we'll use the arugula. Change of plans. No Brussels sprouts. We're going with arugula.
I thought we had Brussels sprouts.
Yes, you got them. I don't see them either. That's for the. Really shouldn't get frozen. No. Stay in there for now. Well, bummer. You've made me hungry. Need a midnight snack. Well, hello, Candy. Welcome in. How was your stream? Did you get everything conquered? Run around? Did you get to the final boss? All right, leaks.
Was she playing Elden Ring Night Ride?
She was playing Elden Ring Night Rain. That is true. I might have cut that one a little short.
I'm playing regular Elden Ring, except it's randomized.
There we go.
God, those leaks are
These things are gigantic. These are the kind of leaks you write home about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Jeez, Jiminy. Cut the tip off of that one. Yeah, with leeks, I've always found if I split them and dice them and then rinse them, it's just a lot easier. You get that dirt out and it gets caked up right there. Okay, pull that bag out for the broth. So of course, leeks, the green parts. I cut these up out like that.
Bad? Oh, is it frozen?
Yeah. And then they go into my bag for my chicken broth mix. Yeah, that's it. Love leeks. I beat one of them, but we didn't make it to the last night for the other ones. Got very unlucky with some strong, yeah. Yeah, that random thing can kind of kick you in the teeth at times. Come on over here. I got one more. I'm not gonna do all 3 of these because that would put too much of a leek flavor into my chicken stock. But
Ow!
1.5 will work out just nice.
Sorry, that's probably loud.
There you go. Thank you, sir.
Almost cut myself somehow.
Wait. Getting the collar dust.
Look at the dog, Gladius. The Cerberus.
What'd you do?
The Cerberus. The first boss in Elden Ring Night Ring.
Oh.
Gladius.
So. We'll cut them in half. Do about a 1/4-inch slice. God, these things are so tasty. They're delicious. Get down the middle. We're gonna have to do braised leeks one time. That sounds delicious as well. Come on, pot, boil.
It's not boiling.
Well, that's right. Peter's got a holiday Monday and Tuesday. It's to work Wednesday. The power's going to be out Thursday for some maintenance. So he's only working Wednesday and Friday of this week. And getting paid for the whole week. My.
Goodness.
That's the way you do it right there. Just checking it, giving the soup a little bit of a stir. Starting to look like it wants to boil. Going to be doing something with these leeks that I think is going to work. We were going to originally do broccoli or Brussels sprouts with the leeks. That's a rock. We were originally going to do Brussels sprouts with the leeks. My wife thought she bought Brussels sprouts, but it's arugula. So we're going to roll with some arugula and leeks, pan fried, just to get them a little crispy.
Henry Rock says, "Yum! I love sprouts too."
Yeah, I wish the sprouts was the original idea. I was going to shred them and make like a hash with the leeks and put a little bit of panko breadcrumb in them and just kind of pan fry them. But I can't cook Brussels sprouts if I don't have them. So guess what? We're not cooking. Should we do a survey? 1 is Brussels, 2 is Brussels, and 3 is more Brussels. We're not doing Brussels because we ain't got them. It's okay. This is where you just, you work with what you have in the refrigerator.
Yep.
You roll with the punches. And then you punch back. No, chill. Kids, violence is not the answer.
That's gross.
Unless you have to defend yourself.
Then yeah.
Don't start a fight. But if one gets started, make sure you finish it. And wipe down the cutting board because there's quite a bit of sand in the leeks.
Or if you can withstand the blows.
Yeah, that's true. Turn the other cheek. But nobody deserves to just get pounded on for no reason.
I agree.
All right, things are going to slow down just a touch. Leeks feet soft. Hopefully that's not too loud. Hopefully I don't hear it at all in my headphones, so hopefully y'all don't hear it either. That'd be nice. Wow. Lot of sand and leaves. Well, at least I have time to dry out a little bit before we have to cook them. What else do I need? Chicken. You get it marinating, I guess.
There's a boiler.
Is it boiling?
Yeah.
Turn it down to about 2, please, sir.
Sprouts are so underrated, App says.
Oh, I agree. I had tried them over the years. As a kid, they really didn't appeal to me. I think that's just because the taste buds aren't developed. But the first time I ever pan-seared and then roasted them in the oven, got them caramelized, tasted like candy almost. They were so something sweet. Unreal. Sorry, folks, I'm still getting sand out of here. One more time, maybe. I feel like I'm panning for gold.
What's that?
I feel like I'm panning for gold.
You feel like you're panning for gold? You're panning for leaks?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's over here shaking the bowl in the sink with all the leaks in it.
You what?
Pretty leaks, huh?
Leave a leak here.
Shaking it back and forth.
All right, that didn't have a whole lot of sand in it, so maybe this will be the last week to do right here. Looks are good unless they're gritty. They're not so good.
Mm. That's still going. You want me to take it off the heat?
Nah, just stir it so it doesn't stick to the bottom. It'll come down. It just takes it a while. That pot holds a lot of heat, which makes it a good pot. Unless you're trying to get it cooled quickly, and then not so much. All right, our leeks are clean, people. We have clean leeks. You're gonna love my leeks.
I gotta love my nuts.
Nut chopper, not slap.
Slap chop.
Slap chop. That's what it was.
Vincent, last name. I don't know his last name.
I don't know. Crazy skinny guy with that weird eye thing going on.
Yeah, the eyebrow raise, and he's just like,
Yeah. He's a good salesman though. Is he? I don't think he's passed away. All right, so there is our leeks.
Vince Shlomi.
Oh, he looks a little mucked up right there.
What the heck is this?
So there's our leeks that we're going to be lightly hitting with some breadcrumb and frying up in a pan. Don't know if I'm going to put arugula with this or not. I might just do them just like this. Be like a little leek. Crunchy leek. Am I feeling sand still? Nah. Nah.
Having a leak on stream, brave, says Cat.
Nice. Okay. Chicken. Next time we'll take just a minute and do some dishing. Bad part of having a long, slow cook.
Not very interesting to watch.
It's really not. I mean, that's where the chit chat comes into play. So keeping us all entertained. It's loose right now, but the beans are going to absorb a lot of the liquid as they finish up. I know I soaked them for 24 hours, but they still have crunch because they're not cooked. So they will absorb liquid, and this will reduce by probably about a quarter, I guess. So there'll still be some broth in there. And of course, we cook the rice and mix it all in, and you just stuff your face in it.
Isn't the red beans and rice almost supposed to be like a gravy?
It'll thicken up a little bit.
Thicken up? Okay.
Yeah, but it's not like gumbo. Gumbo's a little bit thicker because it has the. You start out with a roux, and it's a little thicker. Red beans and rice is because you're putting it on the rice. The rice is going to absorb some of the liquid. Delicious. That's all I got to say.
Indeed.
Got to come up with some other words besides delicious because that just gets a little
Scrumptious.
scrumptious. Scrumptious.
Decadent.
Decadent. Ooh. Decadent's usually for something really fancy. There's absolutely nothing fancy about red beans and rice. It's just straight up good. So when you cook, you have dishes. Make sure you people knows this.
Superfluous.
Superfluous? No. No, it's not worthy or
Beyond what is.
uninteresting, unnecessary.
Yeah. Can also mean
Unless
beyond.
unless you say it's superfluous, then it's extra wet.
Yeah.
Leave that alone, cat. Do some dishes. Don't put the measuring cups in the dishwasher. They don't go in the dishwasher.
Succulent.
Sumptuous.
Succulent.
Succulent. Yeah, yeah. One of them real close words.
Sumptuous. If you
Did
say
you say sumptuous?
Yeah.
Did you say sumptuous?
Yeah, you did just a second ago.
Yeah, we could play words on stream. Without the little game thing, we can just name off words.
Yeah.
What I need to put on there is something for slow times. Like words on stream should be good for something slow like this.
Yeah.
It's just an add-on, isn't it?
I think so.
I'm gonna get these dishes out of the sink, and then we'll pull the chicken out, and then we'll go ahead and get it seasoned so it can be marinating for a little while. And then I'm not really sure what to do after that part. To be completely honest, we could change the title of the stream again to go forth again and play again.
I barely hear you.
Do what? What'd you say?
I said, what'd you say?
Oh, I don't know.
Okay.
Or we could pull up MasterChef and screen share it, and we could all watch MasterChef together.
Shouldn't do that. Content ID.
So sorry.
Huh?
I coughed. So I'm cooking, doing the dishes, did the laundry yesterday. Look at me.
Look at me.
Being a good husband. What else?
Sure if there's anything else we can do.
I know. I'm thinking. Alright, dishwasher's full. It's still boiling? Nope, that's a simmer, boy. That's what we want right there.
Simmer down, yeah.
See, just lightly bubbling there in the middle. Yeah. This is gonna be really good. Delicious.
It'll take a minute.
It does take time. A lot of times, if something takes a while to do, there's a reason.
And patience is a virtue, after all.
Yep. Because the end product is going to be
Amazing.
Amazing.
It's about the journey.
True about that. It is about the journey. It's not always a sprint. Coffee cup. I see you right there. Oh, he's sick. Let's go to the emergency room.
Yeah, I gotta mute the microphones every time there's a sneeze or a cough.
I'm sure everybody appreciates it. Dishes in the dishwasher. Start it.
All right, well,
Chicken. We go ahead and season the chicken.
sure.
Whoa, what was that?
Not quite done yet.
What did you say?
So we're not quite done yet.
Not quite. We're getting there. Need the scissors. For favor. Two things of chicken attached at the hip. I only need one, so I gotta split them. Whip, whip.
Here, we're about to get some action here in a sec. Some chicken cutting action. Or chicken seasoning action, I guess.
Chicken seasoning action.
No, not chicken cutting. We're not gonna cut it, I don't think.
Of course, whenever you mess with chicken, you gotta say, chicken. And that can go back in the refrigerator. Probably roast those tomorrow for your sister. Oh no, she should be able to eat the red beans and rice, right?
I don't think so.
Oh, the beans. Yeah,
You can't eat the beans?
can't eat the beans.
Is it because of
I,
is there iodine in red
no,
beans?
she might be able to eat them because we use dried beans instead of canned.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll see.
We will.
We'll try not to kill her. So.
All right. Skizzies.
Get me a plate.
You can season it on top of the board.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would do it over the sink like I normally do, but might as well give people something to watch. You know? He does that seasoning so well. It's just amazing. How does he do that? I don't understand. All right. Boneless, skinless chicken breast is what we're working with. And I hope I've got 4 in this pack. Or does it say 3-packer? Yeah, it's a 3-packer. Damn it.
We're still here.
Oh, that one's huge. Okay, we can cut that one down. That one, that's a big boy. Or a big girl, I guess. Maybe? I don't know. That's a big chicken breast. Let me put it that way. Yeah, we can manage.
Roosters are slaughtered after they get old, right?
Say that again?
Roosters are slaughtered after they get old, right?
No, I'm not sure. I think they raise them up to a certain age, whether they're male or female, and then, unless they're a good laying hen, and then they go to do that for the rest of their lives.
Hmm.
And I think at the end of their life cycle, they still get used in some sort of processing. That's why we get organic stuff, because you just don't know what the poor chicken's been through.
Organic is best.
Can be. Alright, just a hand off.
It's crazy how long the ingredients list is for something to cook too.
Oh yeah. Like if you buy chicken, and the list is more than,
It's a whole-
two or three words.
It's a whole dissertation.
Anything that says phosphate, just put it back. Give the red beans a little stir. Mm-hmm. That's all I can say every time I take the lid off that pot. My goodness, that smells good. All right, so we got our Cajun seasoning that we made this morning. Or is it still morning? Yeah, it's still morning. We made this earlier today.
Carrots 1968 says, hey, hey.
Carrot, welcome in. We're seasoning some chicken.
Welcome, welcome.
This will go in the fridge till it's time. Carrot made it just in time for the recap. But we'll be back on in a little while because the red beans and rice have to simmer for quite a while. I'm just putting this blackened seasoning over the top of this chicken. I was thinking about doing fish, like a piece of salmon or a piece of whiting, but we decided that we had plenty of chicken, so let's go with chicken. Be nice and spicy. So, just as a recap, we started out with the French toast with a fig and vanilla syrup and some mascarpone, I'm gonna screw it up again. Mascarpone and
Cream cheese.
basil and lemon cream cheese go on the side with the French toast. And then we started working on the red beans and rice. This is the chicken that's going to go on top of the red beans and rice. We're going to use a brown rice instead of a white rice. And then I'm going to make a tequila lime cream sauce to drizzle over the red beans and rice with the chicken on top. And then on the side, we're going to have some sauteed leeks that I'm going to try to do a little bit of a crispy on. Got an idea. I'm going to try it, see if it works. I'm going to put a little bit of breadcrumb on here and fry them up in a skillet and see what happens. Try to make it kind of like a leek cake. So, guys, I appreciate everybody coming in and sticking around and chit-chatting and putting up and tolerating all of our mess. Peter, appreciate the resub. And like I said, we're going to let this simmer for a couple of hours, and then we'll fire the stream back up so y'all can see the completion and see what it looks like whenever it's all done. So thanks for coming in. If you're watching this on the back side, if you don't mind hitting that follow button, I sure appreciate it. We'll see y'all in a couple of hours.
See ya.
Bye-bye.